Yo, this ain't no boomer moment, guys. I have intentionally come on live today. I've come on right now because I do have to do a couple of things later on. But what better time to come on, man? It's funny, innit? How the one projection that we're waiting for to happen, okay, doesn't play out. Yet price moves up and you still make money. I think I need to be wrong with my projections. What's good, gang? What's good? What is going on? Yeah, I don't get why people aren't getting the notifications, man. Make sure you're hitting the bell up, or I don't know what else I can say. You know, YouTube trying to shadow ban me or something. Who knows? It's unlikely anyway. But what's good, guys? What's good? What is good? What is good? Well, remember, guys, listen, okay? I give you both scenarios, okay? As long as the 5 and the 13 EMA show us intention, then we take that direction. And that's exactly what has happened right now, which is why I say to you, wait for the retrace, okay? That's the basis of it. So, for anybody new that's coming to the channel, mad love to all of you. Pattern watchers, welcome to the Traders Reality channel. My name is Tino. Let's have a conversation. I'm too eager to get involved in this. Let's go. All right, guys. So check this out. So we've been waiting, okay, for a cyclical move to the downside. Now, don't get too excited, okay, because price has actually demonstrated a W formation, okay, yet the move to the upside, all right, for me to convict that, yes, this is going to be a continuation of a move to the upside for Bitcoin to come up and take this previous zone right here, all right, I want to see Bitcoin break out, all right. We are coming up towards this previous pool of liquidity right here, okay, so that is a very important part in the chart right there, all right. Now, what were we waiting for? All right, as long as price stayed below the 50 EMA and the 5 and 13, naturally we would be expecting retraces to the 50 and drop back down if we were in line with the cycle. This is testament, ladies and gentlemen, that they can do whatever they want at any moment's time. Done. Okay, and you have to be okay with that. But what was the signal? And I've been banging it into your minds all week, okay? Once price turns over, okay, the 50 EMA, once the 13 EMA crosses over the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, the only thing that is left for you to do is wait for the retrace for you to see if they favor the higher price. So we would effectively be in a rise, retrace, continuation to the upside. Okay, because with every single W formation that forms, we always expect a retrace from it. This is what I'm waiting for you guys to see. Okay. It's evident that they've moved price down. This zone has now played as support, okay? Now, we were waiting for price to break down lower to complete a cyclical move to the downside. They haven't finished it, all right? Now, the only way that the cyclical move to the downside will still hold, okay, is if price fails to break above this level 1, all right? If it fails to break above that with notable interest, then, ladies and gentlemen, we will then probably continue back down aggressively at the same time. All right, because we have these two pools of liquidity for the market makers to take advantage of. All right. Now, looking across the board, ladies and gentlemen, to understand why this move has happened, I've just come over to CryptoCraft to see what news is being discussed. Okay. Now, I'm not really seeing anything other than what we saw earlier on, other than what this one was. Okay, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust trades at biggest Bitcoin discount since May. So it's trading below. Bitcoin's trading below. That's not really giving me much. Bitcoin declines, approaching lower support at 42. See, look at this. Bitcoin declines, approaching lower support at 42K. Again, what we said earlier on in today's stream was this. All right. What news are they giving the retail trader? Okay. What great way. Okay. Oh, look at that. 4 hours ago, that was registered. This came up 4 hours ago. Wells Fargo has registered a private Bitcoin fund. All right. That wasn't there earlier on. No. Because I was looking at it way longer than 4 hours ago. Yeah, 4 hours ago. I was still on the I was on the stream, wasn't I? No, I wasn't on the stream. I was paying attention to this. This wasn't there. What we need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is what news are they giving people to act on? All right. So support at 42 is what they're telling people, but we were nowhere near 42. All right? That's what's interesting about this. Yeah, big boys. What about the MACD bullish news you read earlier today? Yeah, this is true. The MACD. The MACD seems like it played out. The MACD did play out, but how we want to see the retrace. That's what I want to see. For that MACD to come into play, let's wait for the retrace. Okay? And you know what? Happy days, man. Because as long as Bitcoin's rising, cryptocurrency's rising, everyone is making cake. Happy days to that. I'll take that, ladies and gentlemen. When we understand, and the thing is, guys, this hasn't come as a surprise as well. All right? This hasn't come as a surprise. Think about it. We know that market makers can change their intention at a moment's notice. We know what the signal is. All right? We know that once the 5 and the 13 EMA cross over the 50 EMA on the 1 hour time frame, we know systems are go. Okay? Because momentum is moving higher. But what we want to see is the retrace at the same time to solidify this move to the upside. That's what we want to see. It's important that we see that, guys, because then that will be the truth of the move to continue price higher. Because all they can do right now, guys, is they can actually drop it and then keep price going down again. Remember, what is the retail trader being induced to do? Market makers are stepping in now. Yes, the MACD has turned, but how long is this move going to last for? It actually hasn't gone anywhere when you think about it. It's only come back up towards level 1. If it can't break the level 1 consolidation zone, then what is this move? The market maker would have successfully trapped enough shorts to the downside, move price higher, get them to commit to going long, and then drop price down again to get his shorts filled at a lower price. Which is why I say to you guys, it is important that you wait for the retrace. Don't buy into the hype of price rising right now. Don't do it. All right? Because you're going to get caught out. The pullback to this might be aggressive. They may even send price higher and then drop. Okay? But as traders, our goal is to make sure we improve the chances of the trade going in our favor. Because if price does retrace back down, holds at the 50 EMA and the 5 and the 13 EMA stabilize, then naturally we would expect price to continue back up if the move is sound. All right? Going into these moves, this is what retail traders do. They buy into these moves right here. They are supplying the liquidity right now. They are coming to the market, they are buying, and the market maker is filling those orders. How long will this move last for is the question, which is why we must wait for the retrace. All right? Yep, shaking out the shorts, using the market maker, using the retail traders. What was I going to say? Using the retail traders' liquidation points and stops. You know, I've just had a bit of a good old honey to sort my throat out, so let's see how long it lasts for. Okay, then, yes, let's have a look at Ethereum. Here we go. Right, Ethereum. There it is right there. They've come back to recover this previous pool of liquidity. All right, it does look like a valid W formation. And this is what I'm saying to you guys, okay? The game of trading, you cannot have one fixed bias. Be prepared for price to change its hands. I said to you earlier on today in the stream, once the 5 and the 13 EMA cross over the 50 EMA, that is where momentum will be established. Until that point, we are favoring lower prices if we are in line with this cyclical move. This is the game of uncertainty, ladies and gentlemen. And if you can't grasp that, if you're coming to this game with guarantees in the back of your mind, you're not going to last 5 minutes, bruv. And that's the truth. You won't last 5. You will better off giving your money away to charity, man. You'll know it's gone to good. You have to be adaptable. You have to be ready to switch up the intention. You know, good traders cut their losses, but great traders change direction. You need to get yourself trained to that way of thinking. If you're in a losing trade and you think, you know what, forget it, I'm going to change direction, bang, and then you catch the move, happy days. That's the basis of it. You know, we are always ready to find the one direction against the other because that's the market maker throwing people off. When they throw this sort of move to the upside and throw traders off, happy days, you know. But it's like they were developing this move, but we didn't see no vector candles in this area other than one to the downside here, one here, and then the shift out of the zone. So it's a bit of a fishy kind of pattern, to be honest with you. Okay? But the criteria was what? W formation on the 5 and 13 EMA right there. We need to see the 5 and the 13 EMA cross over the 50 EMA. That hasn't been done yet on Ethereum, so sit tight. Wait for the retrace. Okay? Bitcoin, yes, it has actually done that. All right? The 5 and the 13 EMA have crossed over the 50 EMA, but we need to wait for the retrace, ladies and gentlemen. That is what is important. We must wait for the retrace, because without the retrace, this move is not going to last long. Okay? Where we at? Who's in the room, man? Who's in the room? I haven't. John Cena, okay. Why are you not watching the total chart? If we pass 2 trillion again, you ain't getting your retrace. Trust me, we will get our retrace. We always get the retrace. If you can prove to me that they never retrace, then I'll agree with you. But we will always get a retrace, because how are they going to bring people back in to add more to that $2 trillion market cap? You know? How are they going to induce people to take profits? Market maker needs to make a profit, so his shorts are built at the highest point, so he needs to bring price back down. There's a little retrace right there. Retrace right there. Let's look at the last time they hit the highs. Retrace right there. Can't tell me they ain't going to ever retrace, man. Come on, bro. All right, then. Nah. When I say retrace, my friend, I'm talking about retrace. All right, let me establish something. This strategy, ladies and gentlemen, is a short-term day trading strategy. Okay? Only just recently we've been applying the concepts from the higher time frames. Okay? But it's a short-term day trading strategy. Our goal and our work is done on the 1-hour time frame and the 15-minute time frame. Okay? When I say a retrace, I'm talking price coming back down into this zone right here to show us the proof that the 5 and the 13 EMA initiating momentum to the upside is going to hold. Because if they just bring price back down again, the 5 and the 13 EMA will actually edge off and go lower, like so. So this will turn like this. The 13 EMA will turn like that, and they will just cross back over again and drop. I don't want to see that. I want to see price come down and the 5 and the 13 EMA start to stabilize and then price continue up. That is what I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see. And we've been waiting for this because we've been, of course, waiting for a cyclical move to the downside. This is the pattern that we were projecting out. Okay, but of course, they can change at a moment's notice. And they've done that just now. At the same time, in order for us to believe that this move is going to continue higher, the 5 and the 13 EMA need to stay above the 50. I can't stress it enough to you. At the same time, we've got the 200 EMA on the hourly flattening out and the 50 EMA edging upwards. If we see the cross of that as well, then we've got a bag of confluences behind us so that we can then see higher prices. But remember, guys, we're still stuck in this boring zone. There's nothing happening yet. All right? Price hasn't really gone anywhere. Once price starts coming up to this point here, then we can say easily that they are trying to move price higher. That's the basis of it. ADA, let's have a look at ADA. Killer. I think ADA's moving everything. ADA's done the cyclical move to the upside. Where's my actual other chart? There it is right there. Nice little projection of the W formation. Rise, retrace, continuation up. There it is, guys. Rise up, retrace, continuation up. M5 projection point. If this move is solid, we've got solid behavior by ADA, man. Anyone holding ADA is laughing. Cake at the same time, looking coming up. W formation on Cake. Let's see if that actually plays out well. Notable volume at the lows of the 200 EMA. Perfect. The 5 and the 13 EMA are crossing over the 50 EMA, so we want confirmation of that. Sol, yet again, okay, she's taken a break. She's already been doing her movements, all right? She's taken a break, so we need to look at what else is actually moving. Here we go. FTM still holding the top spot. Algo is moving nicely. There we go. Just waiting for... see, Algo's slowing down a little bit. SXP, looks like they're moving SXP right now. GRT, fine. BNB's moving back up. Recovery of the red vector candle right there. As you can see that zone. Happy days. What else have we got? 1 inch. 1 inch holding. Vet's done a nice W formation. A very sharp W formation. That is sharp. Look at that. Drop. rise, retrace, continuation out of the zone. This is what you want to see, the shifting of the candlesticks out of the zone. All right, 5 and 13 EMA trying to cross over the 50 EMA, but haven't completed it yet, so we need to wait for the intention. Matic at the same time has done pretty well to come out of the zone. Looks like the cyclical move, it may still come into play, guys. This may be a stop hunt rise, who knows? But we need to wait and see, and the only way we will know is if the 5 and the 13 EMA continue higher and expand out, and then price just still makes its move to the upside with minor retraces using the 5 and the 13 EMA as the support, like what Ethereum did back in the day when she was making a move to the upside. Okay, let me just have a look at your comments. I'm here, got a problem with closing, still short 10k at 45. I need to work on the side 4 years trading and messing it up. Well, no worries, Neil, man. No worries. Yes, there probably is. There is probably a lot of those, man. I'm going to, Georgette, I will rest my voice this weekend, man. I really will. Georgette, sorry. Okay, Luna and Aid. Let's have a look at Luna, because I know Luna's done some mad movements today. Yeah, they're starting to recover. So Luna right now needs to actually show its intention at this point. But it's funny, isn't it, how the altcoins are now starting to slow down and Bitcoin and Ethereum are starting to make their moves. So in light of fractional disparity, what do we have? Yeah, very interesting, isn't it? Let me just pull up Bitcoin right there. Okay then, so Bitcoin back in, there's that zone right there, RSI pointing upwards outside the volatility band. Happy days. Right, okay, Bitcoin 1 minute on the M candles, let me see that there, nice movement to the upside. Yeah, holding the 50 EMA back up to the 46,700 zone. Looking on the 15-minute time frame over here, we have got nice clean strength up there. 30-minute time frame Bitcoin coming back up towards the red vector candle right here. If you have a look closely, you can see that. Now, let me tell you something. The vector candles on MT4 are pretty much solid. Okay, if you do have MT4, try your hardest to base your decisions off that. Nothing wrong in trading view. It's just Binance don't really print the same vector candles at the same time as MT4, because of course it's a different broker, different exchange. But there's Bitcoin's recovery of the red vector candle right there. It's hit the range daily high, which is why I'm saying to you guys, we need to wait for the retrace. All right, we always end up seeing a pullback from the range daily high. It's hit the highest possible point for the day, okay, based on the range that it traded from the last session. Okay, and that's what the range daily high is. Yesterday's high was completely blown out of the park, and now they're at the range daily high. I'm expecting the retrace, guys. I'm expecting it. If they don't retrace aggressively and they bring price back down towards the 5 and the 13 EMA, wait until the 5 and the 13 EMA cross over on the hourly, okay, for you to validate that they are going to move lower. All right. What else have we got? How do we see the pool of liquidity that needs to be filled? Jan, listen, the way we determine pools of liquidity is this. The strategy that we apply here is the hybrid system, okay? And it considers these vector candles right here. In order for us to determine a pool of liquidity, okay, for example, this red vector candle right here would be deemed as a pool of liquidity. You mark off on the chart where it is and go across like that and wait to see at what point will the candles then start showing traction to go back up to that zone. So in this area right here, you can see stopping volume candle, which threw us off a little bit because it spiked from both directions. They came down and they formed a support at the US, at the UK, at the EU Brinks box, okay? So during the UK session, this is what they did. They held the zone. At the same time, the 5 and the 13 EMA formed a W formation. Can you see it? And then you can see price forming a bigger W formation from over here. And you've got this little W formation down here, okay? The 5 crosses over the 13. What have I been saying all week to you about it? This past 3-4 streams that I've done, guys, we've been focusing a lot on the 5 and the 13 EMA, okay? Patreons, you guys know for a fact, all right, I know you guys know that we've been working the 13 and the 5 EMA and paying very close attention to it because it reveals a lot about the intention, okay? This is what we've been waiting for. We've been saying that if price does go down lower, we just need price to just keep breaking down. If it is going to show traction to the upside, we need the 5 and the 13 to move above the 50 EMA. Once that has been done, which it looks like it has been done for Bitcoin, we need to see the retrace back down. Once the retrace back down is established, and even if the retrace comes all the way down to this point right here where the vector candle sits, they will need to come back up again for us to validate that this move isn't simply just a stop hunt rise, and in order to squash out all the traders that went short from this high here and from this zone right here. So we always have to keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that is what is important about this strategy. It's always labeling out all the possible scenarios, because it's one of two scenarios, guys. It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. What reason will it need to go up? What do we need to see? 5 and 13 EMA crossing over a moving average. What do we need to see for it to go down? Price rejecting the 50 EMA and the 5 and the 13 EMA holding point and not going further, not going up any further. Simple. It really is that simple. Okay? If we drop down to the 15-minute time frame, how could we have prepared ourselves for this move? Well, just start looking at this. All right, remember, the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame, okay, is the 13 EMA on the hourly. All right, so when you see like a little small W formation that you can see right here, just look at this. A small W formation right there. Okay, look at the criteria. Stopping volume, vector candles in the center point of the W formation, trapping traders' commitment. They bring price back down, stopping volume again. Failure to break down lower. Second leg is higher than the first leg. Wait for price to close above the 5 and the 13 EMA. It's established that right there. Wait for the retrace back up from the 50 EMA because they've tried to come up to it because they had expanded away from it. Price comes up, retraces. The next candle should solidify your entry shift candle. You went long from this point, you would have caught yourself a nice bit of cake, ladies and gentlemen. That's the breakdown of how to read into a move. And the thing is, guys, you will see this pattern over and over and over again, guys. That's why I say to you, go back and watch the last few streams, because the nature of these patterns that these market makers actually apply. Please excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I'm getting these calls. So the basis of this actual move and how it played out is based on the number of confluences in this zone. All right. And it will happen again and again. All right. And there's nothing else I can say to you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. There's nothing else. Right. Steve calling. Right. How do we know when the retrace is actually a retrace and not just dropping? Because it will come down to a point. It will come down to the 50 EMA and it will bounce from it. If it breaks through the 50 EMA and continues, if it breaks down to the 50 EMA and does this, say price comes down and breaks the 50 EMA. If it doesn't come back up and tries and breaks through it, and then it continues down, you wait for the break of this zone right here. You've got a continuation to the downside. Look at what happened here. Look at this. Price has come down, retrace, back to the 50, continuation to the downside. It's as simple as that. That's the truth. That's all it is. You're waiting to catch momentum, ladies and gentlemen. That is the basis of these cycles and these patterns that we talk about all day, every day. And you have to accept as well that they can change intention at a moment's notice. You know, look at what's happened, man. We've been waiting for price to continue down lower, man. We've been waiting. And this zone right here was the point where we were waiting to see if we were going to get a continuation to the downside. We didn't get it. So what do we need to pay attention to? The 5 and the 13 EMA crossed over. There was the signal right there. All right. So then we say, okay, do I want to take the trade? Do I want to play this move before the actual confirmation? Well, you pay to play, ladies and gentlemen. I can't tell you when to enter and when to exit. It's down to you guys. I will give you the mental framework and the structure behind what's going on with price and what factors you need to consider when you are actually coming to the chart. I will give you every single scenario, and that way you're not going to be set up for a surprise, which is why a lot of people, if they do follow what people say on Twitter or anywhere, okay, they tell them in one direction, they'll go with that direction. If it doesn't go according to plan, they're going to be blaming them. So I have to, of course, protect myself, and I have to protect you guys as well. I will always put you in the situation where you have to think about your entry. Because what are you doing here? I ain't going to give you a signal. I'm going to teach you how to find the signal for yourself, because I can guarantee to you, you're probably going to enjoy life much more better doing this by yourself than having to wait for someone else. That's the truth of the game. What is my f.lux doing? Why is my screen changing? Why is my screen changing? That's not right. I shouldn't be doing that. Anyways. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I'm not actually vaping now. Who's in the room, man? I haven't said hello to anyone. What's good, guys? Greg, what's happening? Liam. I am George. You are George. We are all George. Who's George? Who's this? No worries, man. No worries. No worries. Great to have you guys here. Mad love. Mad love. What is happening? Why do I feel like the stream has just started all over again? Everyone's saying what's up. All right, let's have a look at XRP. What is XRP doing? XRP is just doing what she's doing, man. Look, they've all had this big spike up. Now, if they're coming out of the zone, that's great, but I want confirmation. That's what I want. I want to see confirmation that they're going to actually bring price back down to continue with their intention. Because if they don't, what's the point? It's just another stop hunt rise continuation back to the downside. All right, it's a fake out move. You know, what do the market makers want to do? What do they want the retail trader to think? That's the basis of it. Who's George? George Rush. How we doing? I'm just keep looking at your comments, man. It's not my new stream time, man. It's just I thought I'd come on right now because I've got a couple of things that need to be addressed later on, and I won't have the time to do it if I stream later on tonight. I need to get the stream done, but at the same time, this is the best time for me to come on when you think about it, because Price has just done something very interesting, and I needed to get you guys aware of what to expect next and give you the mental framework that's going to help you not get caught up in the fear of missing out. That's what's important. Don't get all messed up thinking that you're missing out on a move to the upside. If this move is valid to the upside, wait for it to retrace, continue back up, because that's what we're looking for. The pattern, the pattern, the pattern. That's exactly what we wait. This is the tattoo, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this whole channel was based on from the day get-go, and it's been the pattern that has made a lot of money for a lot of people. Okay, this pattern right here, this is what we're waiting for right now. We're waiting for the pattern. Price can continue back up as much as it wants, but until it retraces, this move to me is fake. That's how I see it. All right, you can't come from price dropping to the downside and all of a sudden a sharp move to the upside. I want to know if the 5 and the 13 EMA establishing momentum to the upside is sound. That's what I want to see. Okay, downstream, downrange, how you doing? You're figuring it out. Well done, bro. Well done. Well, by principle, okay? Would this be... Right, I need to get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, so it would be a reset, all right? It would be a reset because they dropped price back into the range of the level 3 and towards the level 2, okay? So we've had a reset in the actual cycle if price continues higher. All right. Price needs to break above this zone right here for us to validate that the cycle's reset, because we would have actually seen the W formation rise up, retrace, continuation to the upside. Okay. We can make the assumption that the cycle has reset right now, but you're waiting for the retrace to happen to prove that this move is not just a stop hunt rise just outside of New York. Outside of the London session closing, and New York has shown its hands. Yeah? AVAX, let's have a look at AVAX. All right, hold on. Right. See, the alts are holding now. And Bitcoin and Ethereum are moving. So there's your fractional disparity. I need to look at gold. Gold's dropping. Yep. Dollar yen is rising. Happy days. Okay. Monthly Bitcoin 30-minute gone above the range daily high, man. M5 projection might actually play out, ladies and gentlemen. They may bring it back up to the projection of the M5 zone. Gotta be careful, man. It's very interesting. There is a pool of liquidity up there. This move may be... oh, man, this move is pretty strong. This looks like they want to just put Bitcoin further up, let the altcoins take a break. All right, because look, the altcoins are pulling back now. Where are we at? Look at Algo. Is it pulling back? Yeah, Algo's pulling back. Sushi's pulling back. ADA pulling back. BNB still going. Taking that previous pool of liquidity. Happy days for BNB. 1 inch. Moving higher. Matic going. Let's actually have a look at a couple of stocks. Tesla. What's Tesla doing? Ah, look at that. They recovered the gap. Look at that. Tesla recovered the gap right there. That is crazy. Now we're expecting it to come back into this zone right here. Let me look at audio. Audio's holding well. Alice, what's Alice doing? Coming up from a lovely W formation at the 800 EMA Axis USD. That's doing pretty well. Nice spike from them. That's crazy right there, man. Oh, wow. Look at that, man. Look at that. In line with the pattern. Now it's got a lot of work to do. If we drop down the time frame, we can see clearly what they're trying to do. So we've got that pool of liquidity right there on the hourly. Drop onto the 15-minute time frame. You should see some red vectors there. None. Not many, other than this one right here, which was already recovered. So they should actually drift price back up into that range, because this was an anomaly in price. What else have we got? Shiba coin. What's going on with Shiba, man? Wow, what is this coin about? Doing nuts. Google. Let's have a look at Google. Alphabet. Oh, crazy price action. No, thank you. Theta. I remember someone talking about Theta USD. All right, that's coming up from a W formation. Rune. Let's have a look at Rune. Rune is shifting out nicely. Look at that. Look at that recovery of the red vector candle right there, guys. Look. Look at what she's doing right here. The recovery is on its way. Once she hits the pool of liquidity, she should be pulling back from that point. It's a very strong move to the upside. Very strong move. Okay, someone's going crazy for that coin, so I better do it. CTSI. Okay. This best be good. Oh, my days. Oh, my days, bro. Please. Please, man. Whoa. Very rangy. What's the market cap for this one? Be interesting to know. Does anyone know the market cap? Let's get Litecoin up. Have a look at Litecoin. I know I've got Litecoin here. There we go. Litecoin, W formation. Very good W formation. Look at that textbook. 1, 2, 3. Rise up out the zone. Waiting for the retrace right now. Back to the 50 EMA. Well, Elliott waves and the Wyckoff theory, as theories, okay, they are sound. All right. But the problem that we've got, thank you very much, Zad. But the problem that we've got with the Wyckoff and the Elliott wave is timing. That's the problem. We don't have timing. Whereas with the cyclical patterns that we expect. What's this? Just join. What's your take on ADA? How you doing, Aaron? Nice to have you here, bro. I'll get to ADA in a second. Yeah, with the Wyckoff and the Elliott wave theory, they are sound concepts, okay? But this marketplace is continuously evolving. And the Elliott wave theory and the Wyckoff theory, okay, in their time when they came out, all right, it was valid to have them applied because the markets, I'd say, weren't as manipulated as they are today, okay? They needed liquidity providers, but it was all based on, you know, traders actually trading against each other. That's how it was. Okay, but, you know, Wyckoff theory like 100 years ago, man, 100 years plus. So it's different marketplaces now. Different game. Completely different game. ADA. Let's just have a look at ADA for my guy. Hold on. Where are you, ADA? I had ADA. Where is it, man? There we go. Well, my friend, ADA's at all-time highs, man. And nothing's stopping it. Unbelievable. W formation at the 800 EMA and the 200 EMA on the 50-minute time frame, but it's relevant on the hourly right there. There you go. Look at that for the previous projections. Coming back up. Sorry, it's not at its all-time high. Forgive me. It's not at its all-time high. It's on its way towards it. So it's come back and recovered those previous pools of liquidity. She's got a lot of work to get to if she does take out the all-time high. Where is it? All the way up there. Let's get that marked off. There is the high. $2.46. Is that the all-time high? Or am I getting this wrong? I can't be bothered to even look back in the chart. Not all-time highs. I thought not. You know? Let me just have a look at this. Solana, whatever it is. The alts are holding right now, guys. The alts are holding, but Bitcoin and Ethereum are moving. Okay, so in light of the fractional disparity, that's what we're seeing. Look at Ethereum starting to come back up and recover this pool of liquidity right here, which is why I want the retrace to happen, guys. This is what I really want to see, because I don't want this to be a mad fake out move to the upside. I want it to actually come back, retest, because the 5 and the 13 EMA haven't crossed over on Ethereum. This is the clue. This is why I'm thinking, do I trust it? 5 and 13 EMA haven't fully crossed over the 50 EMA on the hourly. You know, right there, look at that. The 13 needs to cross over there for me to say, yeah, okay, I'm favoring higher prices. I want to see the retrace, and you guys should do the same as well. Wait until you see it. Yes, Wyckoff method is based on market makers. That's true, but it doesn't factor in time. Okay? It doesn't factor in time. With the hybrid system, we talk about the Asian session, the US session, the UK session. Where in the Wyckoff method does it tell you about the midweek reversal? Where does it tell you about the New York reversal? What does it tell you about the Asian session high and low? It doesn't tell you anything. It doesn't tell you about time. Concepts of time. That's what we need in this chart, man. On Bitcoin, yes. On Bitcoin, it did cross over, but Bitcoin's much more volatile than what Ethereum is. Okay? I want to see it happen on Ethereum as well for me to say, yeah, okay, we call to the upside kind of thing. Okay? If, Vlad, if price stays the same, it means someone keeps buying it here, right? By principle, yes. If it stay, the thing is, they've been keeping price in this range for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Just look at this. If we just zoom out a second on this liquidity chart right here. All right, I need to get rid of all these lines, man, because it's getting a bit crazy right now. So look, Bitcoin has actually stayed in this zone. All right, so from the high up here, which was the 48,200, all the way down towards the 43,000. Okay, it's been stuck in a 5K range. Do you understand how much money they can build in this zone? In a 5K range on Bitcoin. So for me, I'm like, okay, fine. We've seen these vector candles pushing price higher. Well, I want to see a retrace, continuation back up for me to solidify that they do favor higher prices. And they're going to start taking out the next pools of liquidity in the chart, which are labeled here, here, and here. Okay? Like I said, until Bitcoin breaks above 50K, there's nothing for us to do other than try and grab these little moves to the upside. All right? That's the issue. When Bitcoin gets to 50K, then my sentiment will be a little bit more positive for it. Theodora, thank you very much. If you are new to the channel, guys, be sure to like and subscribe. All right, we stream twice a day, 2 p.m. in the afternoon, GMT, and normally 10 p.m. but GMT. But tonight I won't be able to stream at that time. I've got a few things to sort out. Here we go. Mamba for life, where you been, brother? It's been a while. ADA and XRP are flying. Why are they moving without a retrace? They weigh up more right now. Well, look at it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Who are we to determine and question why a coin is rising too much? All right? Who cares? It's moving. All we need to do is we need to behave and just wait for certain factors to come into play to solidify that this move is not a fake move. Okay? It just shows that money's going into this coin before anything else. There's nothing sinister about it. Okay? If XRP's moving aggressively like this and ADA's moving aggressively, welcome the move. Just know there's going to be a retrace. There is always a retrace. Look at ADA, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy behavior. All right? Wait for the retrace. If this move is going to be valid, let's wait for the retrace. Because look at Sol. All right, not Sol. What was it? Is it FTM? No. Right, here we go. Here's a little example of it. All right, FTM has finalized the move to the upside near enough. Okay, but look at FTM right here. So price continues up. Okay, hits the high. That's effectively where we are right now with Bitcoin, for example. If we want to validate that this move to the upside is valid, wait for the retrace. The retrace comes back down to the 50 EMA. They stabilize, form a pattern, and then they shift out of the zone. There is intention. Intention. They favor higher prices. 5 and 13 EMA cross over the 1 hourly. Now, this has, of course, got some crazy price action, and it's not a smooth coin to trade because of the volatility with it. Okay, but that is what we're expecting for a move to the upside. I'm trying to find the actual coin that actually did the move that I wanted it to do. All right, so Algo has done perfectly. Look at that for a lovely projected move. That was beautiful. We've been working on Algo for quite a while. Okay, Solano, no, Sushi, where is it? Where is it? Is it Alpha? No, it's not Alpha. What was the coin that was doing the move? 1 inch, is it? No. Matic? No. Vet? No. It's not that. I don't even remember what one it was. Is it XRP? No, it's not. I can't find it. I really want the coin that actually showed me positive movement to the upside. Right. Okay, then. What are your thoughts on using momentum oscillators on top of the hybrid approach that puts on my portfolio? Okay, using momentum oscillators, then they are okay, but they are quite laggard in some instances, which is why I will always use a moving average, but also understand candlesticks. When you focus on price long enough, ladies and gentlemen, you'll come to understand what their intention is. First things first, we have to establish the cycle, okay? And given what's happened today with this move to the upside, it has sort of thrown us off the cyclical move to the downside. But look, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Look at what happened here. The last time we saw an M formation, price had dropped. W formation, then look what happened. We didn't even get a level 1. We just had a straight drop to the downside. So we were waiting for a level 1 retrace, okay? But what changed? They formed a W formation. Stopping volume was coming into play. Okay? What we needed to see was the 5 and the 13 EMA starting to cross over on the moving averages. That happened. They aggressively brought price down, stayed within the range, and then they shifted out of the zone again. Okay? Now, if you look at it like this, all right, we've had a couple of cyclical moves to the downside. So we've had the M pattern up here. Price has come down, rise level 1, drop level 2. Now we're waiting and seeing if this valid move to the upside is going to hold. So they didn't complete the whole move to the downside. But then again, this could be, as long as it stays within level 1 up here, this could be the retrace level 2. So level 2 could actually start from here. That's the thing. It could actually start from there and drop even lower. But before that happens, we want to know if the 5 and the 13 EMA are going to hold. So we wait for price to come down. If it comes down into that point and the 5 and 13 EMA are holding, naturally they will then start moving price back up again. 5 and 13 will start to move along with price. Price will have edge away from the moving averages, and we'll start to see this sort of expansion like this. Okay? Right here. Yeah? You can see it. Expansion of the moving averages. They crossed over the 50 EMA. You want to see them continue with that move. Wait for the retrace. They hold on the 13, shift out. Now, naturally, it didn't last that long, but that's exactly what you're looking for, because the last time they moved quite aggressively away from the 5 and 13 EMA was right here. They crossed over right there, rise up, and they were using the 5 and 13 EMA as the support. They didn't even touch the 50 EMA on the hourly. Look at the support that the 13 EMA was riding with, okay? That's what we want. This is the price action that we want, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're looking for, sorry. All right, let me have a look at this. Till Noah Jacker, here we go. Big man, can you explain the movement of gold in panic situations? Most definitely. Let's talk commodities. Here we go. Gold. All right, gold is being held for a reason. All right, it's being held for a reason. Now, when they do this sort of behavior, and they've been doing this sort of behavior for a while, look at this. They held it well for this zone right here. They dropped it. They held it in again over here. It was that holding on that zone. They seem to be holding it all the time against the 800 EMA. If we zoom out on gold, I've said to you people before, man, all right, when gold drops, it drops and it doesn't stop. Look at this move, man, from gold. From that zone all the way down to here, that was 1,174 pip move. Okay? 1,174 pip in a week. Okay? In 1 week, it takes gold. It can move up to 769 pips. Right? This was done in less than 1 session. That's 1 trading day. They dropped it nearly 1,700 pips. 1,170 pips. Crazy moves by gold. Look at what happened over here. They did exactly the same. From the high all the way down. That was effectively 1.5 sessions. 962 pips. They did their ADR times 3. The ADR is 256. So 1 ADR is a cyclical move to the upside and to the downside. And at the end of the week, they would have achieved 769 pips to the upside or to the downside. All right? They did the 900 in 1.5 sessions. That's crazy, man. There's 5 days of trading and they did it in 1 session and a bit. Very volatile. So what can gold tell us about what's going on economically? Well, think about it. If they're holding gold in this zone right now, we do have these previous pools of liquidity that they may come back and tap. Okay? There's one big pool of liquidity down here with gold. All right? Which they did the spike down and they came back up in. So, is gold going to drop? Who knows? Is sentiment going to favor higher prices for dollar yen? Who knows? We've got to be careful. FTM is going for the big move, 28%. All right, what's FTM saying? Let's have a look. FTM, there you go. There you go. She's riding up. Wow, man. Wow. Very wow. Paul Tomlinson, Yassel, man, how you doing? ETH is in the retrace. Let's have a look if it is in the retrace, actually. Here we go. Nah, not yet. Not yet. You should set up a bot. Ask people, smash the likes. I think... No, people need to like and dislike. You know, we need the opinions. All right? But if there's more likes than dislikes, we're winning. You know? Feel free to like and subscribe at the same time. It is free to do. Why, man? Why? I hate asking for it. Sorry. I just don't know why. If you want to hear it again, you'd subscribe naturally. If you don't, you don't subscribe. That's the story. That's how I see things. You know? All right, then. Yes. All right, Black Suns. You saw that homework stuff, yeah? Yeah. Play around with that. Play around with that because it works. Liquidity. Tino, any advice for mastering consistency? I keep trading my account up from $2 to $20 and back. My equity curve is a horizontal zigzag. Okay. The story of consistency, okay, is all about managing your losses. And that's the simplest way I can say to you, okay? It's about how much money are you prepared to pay to be wrong? Once you decide to keep that amount of money minimal, then when your winning trades win, or when you realize wins, they're just going to dwarf the losses. That's how you'll establish consistency. Don't get trapped into the mind of thinking that consistency means you don't lose. If you trade every single day, but you make yourself an agreement that you're going to pay yourself at the end of each month, if you are going to be paying yourself at the end of each month and you keep on paying yourself, all right, then you're consistently profitable in my eyes. But the problem with the wording consistently profitable is people think that they don't lose. You can have a losing day and be up for the week. You can have a losing week and be up for the month. You can have a losing month and be up for the year. Do you understand? It's all perspective. It's not about trying to be, I've got to win on every single trade. No, you want to try and make each trade that you're wrong with as cheap as possible. You naturally go to a shop or you look online for something. You check Amazon, you check eBay, you check everywhere. Why are we so savvy with our cash when we're looking to buy something? Yet when we come to the game of trading, we'll happily sit through a drawdown and lose money all the time. And then only take a loss when it really hits us. Why would you take a $500 loss? Well, why would you be reluctant to take a $500 loss, but you're happy to take a $2,000 loss? Don't get it. Yeah? That's the psychology of trading, ladies and gentlemen. You know? That's the basis of it all. Who's this? Who's P? Praetorian, what you doing, man? You seem to be doing this, my friend. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you very much, man. At least say something, man. You don't have to just dump $100, man. Thank you so much. Okay, liquidity. Thank you. I think the problem is that I'm using too high leverage. Okay, liquidity. Here's a little test for you, my friend. Okay? If you place a trade, if you can just ignore that trade and go to bed or continue about your day and not worry about it, you've got enough. You're using the right position sizing and leverage. Okay? If you're having to monitor the trade all the time, there's too much leverage on because you're worrying about getting spiked out and losing. That's not how you should come into trading. You come into a trade by executing the trade as accurate as possible, all right? And how much are you prepared to pay to say that your analysis is wrong? Try and keep it as cheap as possible. Know that there is another opportunity to trade. Guys, this is a market, all right? The only time that this is going to stop is when we get rid of fear and greed. I say it every time. And it doesn't look like we're going to get rid of that because fear is very profitable and greed is also very profitable, okay? This is their business. This is their business model. It's based on creating dreams, you know, creating wealth for thousands and thousands of people. And everyone wants to come and have a go at the market because the market is that thing that you just want to try and succeed in. If you can generate yourself a reliable source of income from trading, happy days, man. You are amongst the 5%. Or should I say 4%? Because more and more traders are losing. 96% of traders are actually losing when they come into this game. But out of that 96% of traders that lose, how many of those actually give trading a chance? You're saying you start off with 200 quid, you deposit, and then you trade, you lose it, and then you stop. You are down as the losing trader. You haven't given it a chance. You know? You have to sit through variance. You have to sit through drawdowns. You know? You have to experience crashes. We haven't had a crash in cryptocurrency. There's not been a crash yet. If you thought the crash from 62, 64 down to 32 was a crash, boy, come on, man. There were retraces in that crash. Didn't make sense. It wasn't a crash. Okay, then. Hex USDC. Man, you're spamming the chat up. Let's do it for you then, bro. Where is that? Oh. Don't really like looking at this. I'll tell you why. Gaps. Not great. Lack of liquidity. But the fact is it just keeps on rising, so I can't say nothing about that. Keeps rising. I can't really make anything of. Well, you can. I mean, there's like, look, it's when you zoom out and look at it all. Okay. When did this start? When did this start, man? How long ago was it? Okay, so it started in June. All right, so in June, well, it looks like we've had what we understand to be a rise up, retrace, and a continuation. How long will that continuation last for? See this right here, look at that. Look at where price was there yesterday, okay? And then look at that gap down. It's terrible. That's a very light, you know, lightly traded coin. Can't have those gaps in the price, man. It's not really good. Let's try to stay away from that. Or at least trade something that's got a lot of volatility in. Bitcoin, for example. Look at that chart, man. That is crazy. I need to tidy up my chart, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Bitcoin still going up. XRP still doing her hardest to go up. Ethereum, 5 and 13 still. Oh, here we go. So the 13 has crossed over. We've got 9 o'clock. All right. We have got, I understand to believe, yep, the last hour of New York, ladies and gentlemen. The last hour of New York is rolling out. Okay. Let's check dot. Dot, man, look at that. Coming back up. Brilliant. Sharp W formation yet again. Wonderful behavior. Wonderful. Okay, then. Well. All right, then. Axe, yes. Okay. I actually looked at Axe earlier on. Okay. Hey, who's this? Silvio. Hey, Tino, would you consider valid the hybrid system in pairs as Ethereum, Bitcoin, or Ether? Okay, no worries. Madla from Argentina. What's good, man? All right, listen. There is no reason why it can't be applied. Look, man, we're talking about stocks right here. Look at Tesla. Talking about stocks. Right? They filled the gap down there. Look at that. Vector candles to the left, to the right. Look again. Previous vector completely taken from there. Vector candle right there. Vector and vector. Like, guys, it can be applied anywhere and everywhere. Give me a different asset. Let's have a look at something random as hell. Let's look at the index. Give me an index. Give me the Bank Nifty. Okay. I know a lot of traders that trade this. All right. A lot of gap downs. Not presenting the details. Actually, don't think they do indexes. CFDs, nothing. Look at CFDs. Okay, so gold. All right. Dollar index. Here we go. Dollar index. Don't really see. See, the indexes are just general. They don't actually have a set amount to it. For some reason, it's not coming up. But yeah, stocks seem to be working pretty well. Okay. BP, for example. Let's see. Look at these gaps, man. And those gaps always get filled. Gap down, rise up. Gap down, expecting another move back up. Gaps recovered all over the place. It's crazy, man. So bad. ADA pushing to all-time high, is it? Let's have a look. Where is it, man? Why do I always lose it on this chart? Where are you? Oh, you know what? Forget it, man. I'm just going to search for it here. Don't understand why I do this to myself. Okay. There we are. On its way. On its way to the 246. Eng Abood. Here we go. Do you do UK stock market? Yep. All right, your strategies. 5 and 13. Can we use the strategies on it? Thanks. No worries, mate. Yeah, you can. There's nothing stopping you from using this strategy anywhere else. If you want the strategy, happy days. Join us in the Discord and you can download the indicators there. Okay, if you want to use MT4, the platform I use, okay, link is in the description. Everything you need is in the description of this video. Okay, everything is there. Ada about to take the 246. Look at cake. Let's have a look at cake. Cake. 22.33. Nice. I want to go back to 23.6. That'll be nice. Sol still doing its move. No, pulling back. They've Sol, okay, and Alga have been taking the title, man, and Ava as well. They've been doing pretty well. Okay, what else is there? Front. Sorry, man, I've seen that a couple of times. Front. I'll do it like that. Let's have a look. Okay. It's trading sideways, bro. Not really seeing much activity, and it looks like it's one of those coins where it just gets a nice burst and then just recovers straight away from it and then progressively moves up. So it's a bit of a slow coin in my opinion, but it's looking like it's behaving like XRP from ages ago. You know, just like bursts up like this and then it may make its move. Who knows? Raven coin, 13 cents. Come back down to that previous pool of liquidity. All right, tapped it, man. Look at that. Tapped it. Now it's trying to move away from that point. Very interesting behavior. I've just gone over cake, man. I've done CTSI. It is working well, man. The Manuka is working well. It is, man. Allison, would you consider a W on Bitcoin 4 hourly? Let's have a look at Bitcoin on the 4 hourly. Let me get my Bitcoin chart. Start on an easier one. Bitcoin 4 hour time frame. I ain't gonna use that. Let's get Bitcoin up on the 4 hour. God, I need to get rid of all of this. Right, I need to stop. This needs to go. That needs to go. That needs to go. So Bitcoin on the 4 hourly. That's a valid W. Yeah. It would be a valid W. But until we see true intention that they retrace and continue back up, this does look like a bit of a fake move to the upside. I don't want it to be a fake move, but I need confirmation and proof that this is going to play out and move price higher. Okay, we've got Friday tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Friday is one of those days where they're either going to make a run for profit or they're going to base out. Okay, we may still be stuck in this zone, ladies and gentlemen. And that's one thing that, you know, we can't be surprised if we see it. We may be stuck in this zone. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for passing through tonight. All right. I know I've come on a little bit early, but I want to thank all of you for passing through. If you are new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe, guys. Okay. Hit us up on the socials. Everything that you need is in the link in the description of this video. But I'm going to end the stream right now. I want to thank you so much. But remember, guys, one more thing. Wait for the retrace. Wait to determine that the 5 and the 13 EMA on the 1 hour time frame are showing us signs that they do favor higher prices. Please keep that in mind. Okay? Price ideally needs to come back down to this zone, and then it needs to pull away from there to solidify the truth behind this move to the upside. If it breaks down and goes lower, then boy, we know that this zone right here will then send us down into the peak of this 800 EMA, which is the 200 EMA on the 4 hour time frame. All right, go have yourselves a wonderful evening. PC Shed, thank you very much, my brother, and I will catch up with all of you later on or tomorrow. Okay, take care of yourselves, guys. Mad love, and I'll be speaking to you soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye bye.